Yo, what's good, guys? You're here with the wise guys. I'm here to profile my second place branded Despia deck that I took, and I got second place at a case tournament at Chicago in Chupacabra Games. I played against a lot of Fire King decks and Cash decks, Rescue Ace decks. Right now, I feel like branded's a really good meta call. It deals with the Fire King deck really efficiently, and I've been playing the deck for a long time, and I love the deck. And let's just get into it. So the standard, we play three of the goat, three Fallen of Albaz. Card's just insane. Beats Fire King by itself. You want to play three more Albaz, so you're playing three Shrouded Dragon. This card's really good with Quem. You search Branded Fusion, and it's just the best. Talking about Branded Fusion, you have to play three of the goat right here. Three Aluber. He searches the best card in the game, which is Branded Fusion. You want to play three. Just the boy. And double Quem. Card is OP. She just revives from the graveyard, and you can loop like Mercarier, Cartesia, Sanctifier. She's amazing, hence why I have the giant one in the background. And then to round off the girls, we played two Cartesia, not Starlights, but I'm still looking for some. I can't complain about the ratios. 2-2-2 is good. Double Cartesia is great with two Quem because you just combo off, and Quem is really good for the grind game. Not much to say. For the rest of the monsters, I played the one Tragedy to search Adlib. Adlib is because I don't play the second Mirror Jade, and if he could loop triple Mirror Jade, you have to play three Adlib. The one Honorary Dark Magician because you have to play Dragoon, and 1-in-1 Bestial because we're in a Fire King format. Bestials are not that good, and the Mercarier to stop Bell. For the goat, the Gimmick Puppet. Gimmick Puppet like is OP. That's why I got second place, not gonna lie. And then staple, three Branded Fusion. This card's the best card in the game. Why not play it? And more ways to get the best card in the game. Three openings. You want to turbo out your deck and see your engine. So we're playing three Allure of Darkness. And ways to get you to your dark monsters: Albaz, Cartesia. Three fusion deployment. Card is OP. I really like deployment. And the best card of the format right now is three Super Polys. I really like three Super Poly. It breaks any board with Garura and Mud Dragon. You're playing a fusion based deck, so you definitely have to play Super Poly. And more ways to search Branded Fusion: two Thrust, and more Thrust targets the one Foolish to send Gimmick Puppet, the one Gold Sarcophagus, that good old Talents, one Branded Lost, one Branded Red, one Branded High Spirits, and the God card, the Called by the Grave. Shoutouts to my cash opponent that tried to shifter me. I'm like, nah, bro. And I just proceeded to Gimmick Puppet. And then the two mandatory traps are Fusion Duplication and Retribution. No complaints. Me and my friend Chris, his name is Meta GX on YouTube. Me and him were cooking this deck list, and this is what we came up with. The deck ran really good. 46 cards in the main deck. I feel like Despia, since you like thin your deck out so much in combo, that you can play above 40 cards. And now for the extra deck, you have to play one Mirror Jade. This guy's the GOAT. Just clears boards, and you can loop Mirror Jade with Adlib, and Quem and him is just FTK. Sanctifier, you have to play him so you could Gimmick Puppet your opponent. one Lebellion, one Titanic Clad. Card's goated because you could like beat over the Pearly Nor, and he's unaffected. This card beats all the Fire King decks. It's a great card. Rimbrum, the double Albion, and the one Granguignol to send the Gimmick Puppet. I really like Granguignol. And now for the Despian monsters, I played one Quartus and one Masquerade. Masquerade because he just applies a lot of pressure against Rescue Ace and such. And Despian Quartus because he's just so essential. The fact that you can bring him out off Granguignol, and the fact that you can loop him with Quam. He can get over Baron. He's so useful in so many matchups. Like, card definitely shines, and when I cut him, I regret cutting him, so I have to put him back in. Quartus is just the GOAT. Talking about the GOAT, Chicago in the card, we have one Dragoon. Card is amazing. It applies a lot of pressure, and the fact that it's non-targetable and it can't be destroyed by card effects makes it really, really good this format. People have Typhon, yes, but you know you're gonna kill him with Dragoon when you make him. And you know, another boss monster of the deck is Guardian Chimera. Card's just really strong. Pops cards, draws what you need. And then for the 3 generic Super Poly targets, we play the one Drago Stapelia. It's still relevant and it's really good. And one Mud Dragon and one Garura. I did not miss any card in my extra deck. I think the build was perfect. There's justifications to maybe play a second Mirror Jade, but it's not necessary if you're playing Adlib. But it really depends. Also, your build can change depending on your locals. And then next format, you might have to run Droll in the main deck. So a lot of things can change with the build, but I think it's very solid. Alright, now let's get into the side deck real quick. I got y'all. The field centers. Okay, now let's get it. The boys. Alright, now for my side deck. It ran really good. I really have no complaints. Now for the side deck, I ran one Dark Ruler No More. Card is amazing with Thrust, and it's just generic. It's really good. Another Thrust target and card that like overperformed was Branded High Spirits. I mean, not Branded High Spirits. Brightest Blazing Branded King. The fact that it could just negate anything on the board, it's really strong, especially when you're gimmick puppeting. Card is amazing. A lot of people are not on it, but if you know how to use it, you should play that card. It's really good in Branded right now. Alright, now for the rest of my side deck is we played a bit of hand traps. We played 3 Drolls. Card is a staple. It beats Vanadium. It beats a lot of decks, like just the Chicken deck, the Fire King deck, and it's really strong. So you have to play 3 Droll, especially this format. And more hand traps are playing 2 Ash and 1 Bell. Those cards are generic. They beat like Lab, and they're really good against like Fire Kings and such. And we don't like those cards themselves, so we play 2 Crossout. 2 Crossout because we don't want to get Belled or Ashed. And fortunately, the card bricked me in one of my rounds. But the card's still necessary because you have to find a way to stop Ash. And cards we also don't really like is Anti-Spell. So we play 3 Cosmic Cyclones. And because there's a lot of Rescue Ace and a lot of Fire King decks, Cosmic goes really well into them. And for the rest of my side deck, 1 Evenly Matched and 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Both of those cards overperformed because I played a lot against Rescue Ace, and those cards just would blow them out. Yeah, make sure you guys like and sub. If you have any questions, post them down below. Branded performed really well. I really love Branded, and thank you guys. Your boy Yuri from the Wise Guys signing out. Take it easy, guys. Branded best deck.